Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with your ClarkCountyToday.com video update for Tuesday, November 24th. Well, Clark County added 170 new COVID-19 cases since Monday, along with 2 more deaths, bringing the pandemic total to 7,770 with 91 fatalities. The latest victims were both women in their 80s, one with and one without underlying health conditions. Now, hospitalizations also jumped from Monday with 69 confirmed and 17 suspected cases, making up 13.7% of available beds. The rate of new cases per 100,000 residents reached 359, up from 254 at this time last week. Now, the most recent data on testing shows 5,932 tests conducted the first week of this month, with 14.25% of those coming back positive for the virus. That's up 6 percentage points over the week before. The county also noted that most of the cases that were unreported over the weekend due to a fax machine error should be accounted for, but some may still be missing from the total. At a press conference this afternoon, Washington Governor Jay Inslee hosted members of the state healthcare industry who shared their perspective on hospital capacity with surging COVID-19 cases. Bed space, they said, is now at its lowest level since late May.
And more importantly, even where we have the beds, we still need people working in them. Our staff is getting sick. We live among each of you, and so we struggle with having people to care as well as a place to care for them. And when we're talking about limiting surgeries, it's not like we're talking about minor things. We're talking about real diseases. I took care of a man last month who didn't get his defibrillator because it was pushed back because of the COVID outbreak and not having space to care for him. And he had his heart attack and his arrhythmia and didn't survive. I've got colleagues that are in their 30s that have chronic heart failure now from battling this disease and have sacrificed being out there. So when we talk about this, it's personal. It's not just personal because it's our family, it's because it's our colleagues, it's our nurses, our physicians, our janitors, our secretaries, our everybody that we see suffering with this disease.
Health officials are teaming up, urging people to avoid large gatherings this Thanksgiving weekend in order to prevent a further spike that could put hospitals over capacity. The governor has implemented restrictions on social gatherings, restaurants, and retail outlets at least through the middle of next month. As many school districts delay the start of hybrid learning for grade levels above kindergarten, Washington Senator John Braun, whose district includes a northern tip of Clark County, plans to introduce legislation aimed at clarifying educational standards during the ongoing pandemic. Braun says he believes there's evidence showing the potential health risks of in-person instruction are outweighed by the academic and emotional harms caused by remote learning. Braun's approach would link the kind of instruction offered, in-person, remote, or hybrid, with test positivity rates in the school district's county and mandate in-person learning when the rate falls below 5%. Between 5 and 15% positivity rates, districts could make their own determination on whether to offer in-person education, and rates higher than that would mandate remote learning. You can read more about Braun's full proposal at ClarkCountyToday.com. The Battleground School Board voted unanimously last night to ask voters next February to approve a replacement educational programs and operations levy. The 4-year levy would replace the existing one, which expires at the end of next year. It would actually represent a tax cut of about 39 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value in 2022 before going up to $220 per $1,000 the next year, still 14 cents cheaper than the current levy. Local levies currently provide 25% of the district's staffing budget and also help to pay for sports programs in high school and soon in middle school, along with health services and other elective classes. The 4-year levy will be on the special election ballot for February 9th. The city of Vancouver could soon choose a new path towards reducing pollution. At a work session on Monday, City Council members heard a report from Cascadia Consulting Group, which was hired to conduct an energy audit in 2019. The group report found Vancouver's carbon footprint was actually down about 14% since 2007, though vehicle pollution had gone up. Cities looking at pathways to become carbon neutral or even carbon positive within the next 30 years. That could come through incentivizing electric vehicles, promoting renewable energy sources, and adding to the existing tree canopy in the city. Councillors also voted Monday to extend a moratorium on any new bulk fossil fuel facilities for another 6 months as they weigh options to address climate concerns. Another work session is scheduled for December 14th. The Clark County Food Bank's annual Turkey Trot 5K fundraising run is still on, but as per usual this year, it'll look a little bit different. To help facilitate physical distancing, the food bank is holding the fun run in 5 locations around the county, focusing on historic areas of Clark County. And those locations are Kleinline Park in Salmon Creek, Louisville Park north of Battleground, Heritage Park in Camas, Abrams Park in Ridgefield, and the new Vancouver Waterfront Park. Registration begins at 8 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning, with races kicking off at 9. The Turkey Trot is a major fundraiser for the food bank, which has been working extra hard this year to help families in need. You can find out more details in our story at clarkcountytoday.com. If you're on the waiting list to receive assistance via the county's eviction rent assistance program, you soon may be hearing some good news. Now, to date, more than $3.4 million in rental assistance has been paid out to over 1,000 Clark County households, adding up to 2,875 months of assistance. Even so, there's a wait list of more than 1,800 households. Well, the good news is that the success of the program prompted the Washington Department of Commerce to award the county an additional $3.3 million, and that will go to people currently on that wait list. Rental assistance was provided through 4 organizations: Council for the Homeless, SHARE, Lifeline Connections, and Impact Northwest. Nearly 3/4 of the households receiving assistance had a woman as the head of household, and just over 54% of all households receiving assistance identified as Black, Indigenous, or other communities of color. And that is a quick check of the stories we're following for you on this Tuesday at clarkcountytoday.com. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up on what's happening in our community and share your own thoughts. If you have a story idea, a news tip, or feedback, you can reach us via email at news@clarkcountytoday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with you again tomorrow.